NBC News Radio, I'm Brad Siegel. Former President Donald Trump denying any wrongdoing after being hit with more charges in the Mar-a-Lago classified documents case. A new indictment alleges Trump requested employees delete security footage at the Florida estate following a grand jury subpoena. In a radio interview Friday, Trump says he believes he wasn't required to hand over the tapes, but did so anyway. He also accused the Justice Department of trying to intimidate his employees to make up lies about him. A Republican presidential candidate getting booed for criticizing Trump. Former Texas Congressman Will Hurd spoke at the Iowa GOP Lincoln dinner Friday and said Trump was only running for president to stay out of prison. His comments received boos and heckling from audience members, but Hurd predicted that if Republicans nominate Trump, they're going to get President Biden for another 4 years. Black Republicans are criticizing Florida Governor Ron DeSantis over his state's new history standards about slavery. Jim Forbes has more.
The new public school standards in Florida would teach that some black people benefited from slavery because it taught them useful skills. On Friday, black Congressman John James of Michigan and Wesley Hunt of Texas both said that, quote, nothing about slavery was a net benefit to their ancestors. On Thursday, fellow GOP presidential candidate Tim Scott of South Carolina said, quote, there is no silver lining in slavery, and called it the greatest deprivation of freedom. I'm Jim Forbes.
The Mega Millions jackpot now over $1 billion. Nobody won the lottery Friday night. Tuesday's drawing now crossing the $1 billion mark. The jackpot has a cash option of over $520 million. Nobody has won Mega Millions since April. The Alabama woman who admitted to a kidnapping hoax is facing charges. Carly Russell faces 1 count of false reporting to law enforcement authorities and 1 count of falsely reporting an incident. She went missing for 2 days recently after calling 911 to report seeing a toddler on the highway. Brad Siegel, NBC News Radio.
Why? Just think about it. Why is the #1 selling brand of chainsaws not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot? We can give you over 10,000 reasons. That's how many authorized local steel dealers you can find across the country. Visit one and you'll find a range of dependable gas and battery-powered tools, from trimmers to blowers. And you'll find service from experienced professionals. Real steel. Find yours at steelusa.com. Lowe's and Home Depot are trademarks of their respective companies.
The Kentucky Department for Community-Based Services is hiring. DCBS invites you to be part of an inclusive team of caring professionals that helps all Kentucky families through a rewarding career in family support or social services. They have job openings in their county offices across the state and offer great benefits like hybrid work schedule, competitive salary, paid holidays, and many opportunities for training and promotions, plus state employee discounts. Go online to chfs.ky.gov and enter DCBS jobs in the search field. It's a new day at DCBS. Join them, an equal opportunity employer, MFD.
Bud Light maker Anheuser-Busch laying off hundreds after the recent fallout of a boycott against its partnership with a transgender influencer. Mark Mayfield has more.
That's nearly 2% of its workforce in the U.S. A spokesperson for the company told The Hill it's an attempt to simplify and reduce layers by changing its corporate structure. After backlash from conservatives for Anheuser-Busch working with trans woman Dylan Mulvaney, Bud Light lost its spot as the top-selling beer for the first time in over 2 decades.
Another convention is pulling out of Florida. The Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity says it will move its 2025 convention from Orlando to another city outside the Sunshine State. The oldest historically African-American fraternity made that decision after changes were made to the state's history curriculum on how to teach slavery, segregation, and racial oppression. The conference was set to bring in more than $4.5 million for Orange County. California's snowpack is expected to last well into the summer. Phil Hewlett has more.
In a typical year, most, if not all, of the snow in the Sierra Nevadas would be melted by now. According to the UC Berkeley's Central Sierra Snow Laboratory, just a week ago, the snowpack in the south and central parts of the Sierras was at 1,000% of the average for this time of year. As the weather heats up and direct sunlight melts the remaining snow, some dangers become real concerns. Hikers could experience hidden water flows, crevasses, and even avalanches in the backcountry. Most of this year's snow should be melted by the end of August, which means rivers, creeks, and streams will flow at above average levels and lakes will remain near capacity. I'm Phil Hewlett.
Public companies will have to report cybersecurity incidents within 4 days under new rules from the Securities and Exchange Commission. SEC Chief Gary Gensler says that while many public companies do reveal these types of security threats to investors, a more consistent method of disclosure would be beneficial. The new rules mean new paperwork for companies that will have to describe the nature, size, timing, and impact on finances. Brad Siegel, NBC News Radio.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Danville police say they've been made aware of an IRS scam that's going around. In that scam, someone claiming to be from the IRS reaches out and tells the victim that there is a third round of economic impact payments available and that you'll get that payment after you send them documentation they need. You're reminded that there has not been a third round of stimulus payment made available to the public and that it is a scam. Stanford police say they're seeing an increase in thefts from vehicles and driveways. Despite their efforts to increase patrol, now they're offering tips on how to prevent becoming a victim of theft. They say to make sure you secure any items of value, leave your exterior lights on, and remember to lock your vehicles. Stanford police has confirmed they are increasing patrols in the areas of Old Fort, Cannonade, Foster Lane, and Danville Avenue, and ask if you see anything suspicious, call police, or if you see a theft in progress, call 911. I'm Joe Mathis.
Hey sis, with school starting soon, let's check off our back-to-school checklist. Sure. Backpack, check. Pencils and paper, check. Eye exam, check. If you still need to check off your eye exam, you can see our dad, Dr. Matthew Duggery, in Harrodsburg across from Southern States. You can call 859-605-2214 to make your appointment today. 859-605-2214 to make your appointment today. Our dad, Dr. Matthew Duggery, in Harrodsburg across from Southern States.
Here's Robin at the Mercer County Public Library.
Right here at 109 West Lexington Street. Come and visit us Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Give us a call, 859-734-3680. And if you want to quickly get to a staff member, press 2. You do not have to pay fines. We just need the book back. Copies, we've reduced the price on that. Any size paper you have, whether it's black and white or whether it's color, it's 10 cents per side.
At the Mercer County Public Library.
Looking for the perfect getaway? Look no further than Mercer County. Mercer County offers a variety of activities for all ages. Head to Harrington Lake and rent a pontoon or enjoy one of the many marinas. Take a hike with your family on one of the many trails at Shaker Village or enjoy a round of golf at Brightleaf Golf Resort. Looking for somewhere to take the kids? Old Fort Harrod offers daily tour. Don't worry, we know you'll get hungry on your trip, so we've got you covered. Head downtown and enjoy the Downtown Pizza Pub or a meal at the award-winning Old Owl Tavern. We hope to see you soon. Kentucky starts here. This ad is paid for by the Harrodsburg and Mercer County Tourist Commission.
Hi, this is Karen, and at ADA Heating and Air, we offer free estimates on replacements. We install American Standard heating and air conditioning equipment. Our employees do not work on commission, so you don't pay for unnecessary repairs. We offer the best pricing around. On average, we can save you 15%. We offer same or next day service. Financing is available on our website at adaheatingandair.com. Call ADA today for all your HVAC needs at 859-519-6382. ADA is on the way.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by the new Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet in Harrodsburg, 540 North College Street next to Timmy's 5 Point. Shop and save with Howard Carpenter. Weather forecast calls for showers and thunderstorms scattered throughout the day, a high near 96. Heat index could send it over to 102. Then tonight, showers and thunderstorms are likely, and into the overnight hours and into Sunday morning, a shower or a thunderstorm.
Welcome to Gardening with James. Learn how to start your own garden, grow your own food, and live a healthier lifestyle. Food can be a medicine for the body, or it can cause high blood pressure or other health issues by not eating right. This show is packed full of tips and information, as well as special guest interviews from around the country, and is designed to make gardening simple, fun, and frugal for the whole family. Call James with your questions and problems now at 734-4321. Now, let's go in the garden with your host, James Ross.
All right, here we go on another great Saturday morning. I was so thankful for the thunder and the little bit of rain we got so far because it's been really hot. So when I went outside this morning, it felt a lot better. Heard some thunder. Went out and the car was wet, sidewalk was wet. I don't know how long that's going to last, but it felt real good because, you know, as we all know, it's been hot. I've complained about it, I guess you can say, about the hot weather and different things like that. But it's kind of nice to have the rain move in and cool things off. And I think next week we'll move down into the 80s. And I know, in Kentucky, I mean, we have these hot sprees, during the summer, but it's always kind of nice to kind of get back down to normal, about 80 degrees, during July and August, which is always still warm, but not terrible. Let's see, today, I don't know if I'm going to get anything done. Like I said, it just kind of depends on the weather, but this week, I went out in the afternoon. I guess it was like 7 o'clock. I guess it was about 7 o'clock, and I had a project I had to do at the McDowell House, and got there on time, got started, and within probably 45 minutes, maybe an hour, I started getting tired, so I sat down for a little bit and rested, I guess, about maybe 20 minutes, got up and did another 30 minutes or so. And by the time I got finished with that project, I mean, I had a white T-shirt on and a gray one up underneath it. And they was soaking wet, just from the sweat. And that this was the afternoon, like I would normally do. But like I said, it was almost as hot as, I guess, midday, because it was still, I think, like 88 degrees, maybe 90, but the humidity level was up there so high that it was hot. So, but then I had to go to Constitution Square, and do those little projects that I've been working on, because I think I'm up to, I think it's about 9 flower beds now that I've created this year. And so I've been working with those, trying to get the right plants in, and I've created a shade garden up underneath the trees in front of my office, and those kind of things. So I've been busy doing those little things, and and it's been fun. So there's always time to do extra. Gardening with James.
Good morning, James. It's Kurt. How are you?
Hey, Kurt. How are you?
Oh, my goodness. It is so humid this morning. We got some rain here in Harrodsburg, but out west of here, it just sprinkled. It messed us completely. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Went out, took a picture of the front of my truck, and I could count the raindrops.
Right. Got 10.
But, yeah, the market's open here at the fort this morning if everybody's going to get out, and don't need an umbrella.
Right.
So you might need to bring a water bottle with you. It is so humid.
Yeah.
And yesterday afternoon, there was, I don't know what the exact name of the group is, but they cleaned out the flower bed in front of the fort there where the sign is on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady that organized the thing is going to have bags of flowers for people to get and take home and put in their yard with a donation.
Oh.
Which will go into the fort fund. I'm not sure exactly which ones it is. I did help them for a little bit, but I didn't get all the information about all that.
Okay.
But I do know that come in to the front of the facility here, there'll be some brown shopping bags that you can purchase for a donation.
Right.
And they did a really bang-up job on this. They knocked it out in one day. I was so amazed at how hard those ladies worked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So,
hey, that's good stuff. Okay.
yeah,
So
definitely.
okay.
Bunch of, I'm sorry.
I got a little question. Okay, so when people come and they had these flowers that are ready to go home, is that what you're saying? And just plant?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they have the yellow bearded iris and some daylilies, and then they were saying that this other plant is called lily of the valley.
Yeah, lily of the valley.
And let everybody know on the radio, it's fairly aggressive. So if you need something to cover up an area, sunny or not, it'll do the job.
Yeah, Lily Valley has a tendency to run, but because I have it at Constitution Square right in front of my office, but it's like a cement that's kind of got it encased, so it won't leave. So what I did was I went and I found other places that was encased in cement, and I put Lilies of the Valleys there, so this way it would stay in that area.
Oh, okay. That's real smart of you.
Yep. I kind of like those. They come up and they've got the little white flowers, and some of them I think have red flowers. So, no, they're pretty nice. Just got to contain. Just got to contain them.
Right. I don't have any of them, so I'm going to look forward to seeing the ones that come back because I know they'll be back in there.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it needed a little thinning and got it taken care of. So.
That's good stuff. Volunteers are, I really appreciate volunteers. Volunteers have helped me quite a bit with different projects I've had, and it's always nice to have them.
Oh, I always appreciate a volunteer dandelion or a thistle. Hey, listen, Dave, I was getting here and set up, and everybody know, like I said, that we are open and ready for business here at 9 o'clock. So,
all right.
Have a great day and week, sir. Thanks for your time on the radio.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Yeah, it's nice to have volunteers who can come and help you with different projects, and they feel good. After they step back and they see what they've done, it's like, wow, those are nice. And you see them taking pictures of the work that they've done, and that's always a good thing. So, but yeah, today is, farmers market. Like I say, they'll be open. They're in Mercer, and I haven't heard if the one in Danville has moved to the Bull Extension office yet. I don't know where they're going to be at today. I'll be riding back through town here, within the next hour or so, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be open. But yeah, go out there and because there's lots of vegetables out there right now, and there's your tomatoes, your cucumbers, and I'm sure people who have lots of it, they've been giving away to neighbors, and every time I go to a friend's house, hey, take some of these tomatoes with you. Here, take some of these strawberries with you. Here, take some of the cucumbers with you, and I appreciate it, but my refrigerator, is kind of full at the moment, which makes me have to give some away. So this way, it don't rot because it keeps coming in so fast. So there's a lot of great vegetables out there. So go out there and buy them out. Go home and can them and put them up on the shelf. Hold them for the springtime. I mean, during the winter. So yeah, go out and enjoy it. Let's see here. Tell you what, let me get my break out the way, and I'll be back.
Do you own a business? If so, save money and time with Farmers National Bank's free business checking. You receive 1,000 free monthly transaction items, free online banking, free bill pay, free e-statements. Plus, you get a free gift at account opening. Call us at 866-888-0220 or stop into one of our convenient locations for assistance. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. $50 minimum deposit at account opening. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Caraway and Adeline at Mattresses and More next door to Ace Hardware in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, come check us out. New merchandise arriving weekly and we sell off the floor. We offer layaway and 12-month famous cash with approved credit. Come see our Nana for the best deal in town. You'll be glad you did.
Thanks, girls. Aren't they so sweet? Yes, more than a mattress store. That's living room suits, dining room suits, or just a single recliner. Mattresses and More, Houstonville Road, Danville.
Hey sis, with school starting soon, let's check off our back-to-school checklist. Sure. Backpack, check. Pencils and paper, check. Eye exam, check. If you still need to check off your eye exam, you can see our dad, Dr. Matthew Duggery, in Harrodsburg across from Southern States. You can call 859-605-2214 to make your appointment today. 859-605-2214 to make your appointment today. Our dad, Dr. Matthew Duggery, in Harrodsburg across from Southern States.
We're so excited, nice weather's here, and we're gonna wet our plants. Buddy Beaver here, Mulch to Go now has Rock to Go. Yes, we've been busy little beavers and expanded to add landscape, rock, sand, topsoil, compost, and more. We have a wide selection to choose from in both bulk and bags. Stop by Mulch to Go for your landscape needs from pine nuggets, pine straw, cedar, cypress, and playground chips too.
Mulch to Go opens at 9 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Call 859-715-7575. They're located in Harrodsburg on the corner of 127 and Beaumont Avenue. Mulch to Go.
Mulch to Go.
If you're looking for a better dental experience, Dr. Jennifer Nichols' goal is always to provide each and every patient with the very best dental care in the most genuine and caring manner possible. Their office is a friendly atmosphere that will immediately put your family at ease. Their professional staff will help you feel welcome and comfortable every time you enter their office as they strive to provide the highest standard of personalized dental care in a gentle and efficient way. For an appointment, visit Dr. Jennifer Nichols. She's on North College Street. Call 734-5111. See how different a dental experience can be with Dr. Jennifer Nichols.
Most people think water pollution is an industrial problem, but it's also a household problem. When you allow hazardous chemicals, paint, or even pet waste to wash down the storm drain, it goes directly into our water. That makes a huge mess today, and an even bigger mess for our kids to clean up tomorrow. It's time we all did our part to protect Kentucky's water. To find out how you can help, visit stormwater.ky.gov. Brought to you by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by Danville Auto Body Shop. For top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair, head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dillahay Street. Weather forecast calls for showers and thunderstorms scattered throughout the day, a high near 96. Heat index could send it over to 102. Then tonight, showers and thunderstorms are likely, and into the overnight hours and into Sunday morning, a shower or a thunderstorm.
Welcome back to Gardening with James. If you have questions, feel free to call the station or email spreadingcompost@gmail.com.
All right, we're back in the garden on another great Saturday morning. Like I say, the rain felt good. At least that way I don't have to at least worry about watering today. So, but I do have some weeding that I've got to do somewhere along the line, because you know you can get it all cleaned up, and the next week or next couple of weeks somewhere along the line, all those weeds they come back into your garden. So, well, for me, I'm assuming it might be today or tomorrow, but I got to get in there and clean out some flower beds, and because last week I went into this one garden and I had to weed eat it, because there's brick all over the place. So I had to weed eat the brick to get that part of it cleaned up, and then did some extra mulching. Seemed like I've done a lot of mulch here just as the season is getting about midway. And by the way, thanks to Mulch to Go, for providing me with the mulch. Really good people. We talk all the time, and I'm thankful to have them. So stop in and because I think they've got 20% discount on plants. They still might have some, but there's a lot of other places also that are getting rid of their spring plants. Plants that they've had for a long time. They're all now being priced down. So go out there and search out those deals, and because there's a lot of plants that you may not even know that you didn't like. So go out and search those discounts and beautify your home the way you want to. And like I said, when it comes to beautifying your home, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money. You just have to find the right discount where you can get the most for your money. And if you're thinking about your vegetables, what's going to happen in the fall. Well, like I said, in the next couple of weeks, you have to start deciding, what you're going to have for your fall vegetables. Your flower bulbs, your just about any kind of plant, bush, or shrub. Now you have to start thinking about, putting in your bushes and your different shrubs and your trees and everything, come this fall, because you have to make sure that when you plant your plants, you have to give them enough time to get a good root system going for your bushes and your shrubs and any other plants. So, you start making a list, and if you want to redo your garden, after this hot spell gets through, because you've seen something in your garden, a landscape that you don't like, start thinking about that, because if you could do that just as fall is starting to kick in, things are starting to cool down, and you can get that done before the winter season hits, you'll be a lot further ahead come springtime. So start getting ahead of the game, so this way you won't have as much to do, or you will at least have a really good idea on how you want it done, which is kind of how we're working that at the McDowell House, because like I said, I've taken out a bunch of boxwoods. We've changed the landscape a little bit, so now we're in the process of being able to start making those decisions here in the next couple of months. What we're going to do in the fall to make that garden look really well. So try to stay ahead of the game. Go out now and try to find those discounts on plants. Because there's a lot of great plants out there. If you go to some of these big box stores looking for some plants, you may might be able to go to the very back somewhere where they have discounted plants that have been sitting around forever. You might be able to get them half off or maybe even more. And so, if you find you some perennials that you really like I said, they may look kind of bad, now, but, put them in the ground and they'll come up and they'll give you a really nice, colorful idea on what you want your new garden to look like. So, like I said, so those are some of the ideas that you can, start thinking about. Let's see here. And like I say, seeing that we still have a few more days of the heat, stay weather-wise, because of storms and floods. And so, some of these towns around here in Kentucky have, they've been flooded out. So, put up a prayer for that. And like I said, because I've been watching the news where people, they've been out of their home now for about 6 or 8 months. So if you happen to hit the lottery, because lottery is up to about $1 billion or something, start thinking about what you could do with $1 billion, or if you cash out, you get probably about half. But if you drag it out, you can help a lot more people because you get a lot more of your money. So, so let's see here. I got a couple more minutes. Let's see. When it comes to a lot of these trees that you've seen that's been through these storms, continue to look up in your trees to make sure that there's not branches that have a potential to fall, because it's kind of the same way in a couple of places where I work at, that I've told the folks that, hey, I wouldn't trust that branch too long, because if a storm comes through, that may be the branch that breaks, and it could cause a lot of damage. Fortunately, they listened to me. They called somebody out, and they trimmed the tree back. So there's nothing wrong with trimming your trees back when it comes to protecting your home, because you don't want branches leaning or a tree leaning towards the house. That's a bad sign, because somewhere along the line, big wind come through, it just leans right over into your home. So make sure that you're putting some safety, in place when it comes to your home, your bushes and your shrubs, because, like I say, you want to try to save money, and you want to try to make sure you stay in your home as long as possible. So just try to take care of those things that could be the most damage to your home. Look up when you go outside. Pay attention to your landscape. If you've got neighbors, that has trees in between the yard or something like that, I think, don't get me wrong, but I thought if it's on your side of the fence, you can cut it. Because if that tree branch breaks during a storm, like say, that's something that you're going to have to pay for. So whatever's on your side, I think, like I said, don't get me wrong, but I could have swore that if it's on your side of the fence, you can trim it. I've seen where, neighbors have fought over plants and trees